Welcome to Toffee Blue View, your source for all things Everton. I'm Gerry. Edward, with me as always, is Edward. Yes.
Thanks for having me.
Nice. See, we're getting this looking at each other thing down, despite the fact that we're an ocean apart.
Yeah. Yeah. High five.
So anyway, let's get going with the news, everybody. Bam. All right. So, we've signed a player today. Beni Baningime is official. He signed his contract. He was being pursued.
Well done.
Yeah.
You pronounced the name right. Well done.
Hey, I worked hard on that one because I've been looking at his name since last year. I saw him play in the Dallas Cup. They televised it here in America. It was really cool. So I got to watch the Everton U18s win a tournament. It was kind of awesome. And he was playing there, and he's just kid's been good for a while, man. He's gonna be great. He looks like one of the brightest spots on the U23 side. So how long till he breaks through?
The rate we're going, probably quite soon. But the way also Koeman's going, he might not get in for a while. Because the likes of McCarthy and Besic aren't playing, so highly doubtful that he's going to play. Especially as well Tom Davies. Tom Davies can't get a game, he probably won't get a game.
I think Davies will get games. I think that's just a matter of time. He'll be there. He's just too good. But Baningime, you're right though. His position is so stockpiled. I think it's gonna be next year though. Typically, you can kind of see every year. You can see the player they want to bring through because they have them with the first team early on. I think Kenny is our main guy this season. I thought Dowell was gonna be. Still bummed about that because I think he's good enough. Dowell, players like Dowell and Baningime, I think might be next year, but you usually don't see more than two break through. I think
and really keep the place as well.
Yeah,
that's a big thing.
Last season was a little strange because Davey got some regularity and Holgate got some regularity, but Calvert-Lewin and Lookman came in later.
That also depended on the fact that we didn't have enough players in certain positions. Like Holgate got to play because we didn't. I think it was because Koeman wasn't playing, so it was centre back he came into. Davies didn't. Well, Davies came through because he was absolutely brilliant, and we didn't have enough players at that point either. So then we won against City, so it worked out. maybe this is Kenny's time to come through.
I hope,
because he deserves to. I think he's brilliant, so
I think
he needs
ready
to play.
Yeah. So anyway, let's move on because we have a lot to do today. This is interesting. Neville Southall was asked if he'd have Moyes back if Koeman left. Okay?
Moyes.
So, and he said, no, mate, need someone charismatic to lift place. Okay? So, Koeman leaves, and we can immediately have Moyes walk in. What do you say to that?
Nope. Definitely not. Definitely not. We need to be moving forward, not backwards. Literally.
I mean, yeah. I agree. I think he needs a job with very little pressure. Going to La Liga, there was still pressure. Going to Sunderland, there was still pressure. I think he needs something where he can actually recover himself.
I'd like him to have a go somewhere like Leeds, maybe. Someone that's on the brink of getting into the Premier League, but just needing that little bit further.
It'd be cool to see him there. I just don't know if he seems, when you watch him and you watch his teams, he almost seems like he's out of ideas. So it's almost like he needs some recovery time, It's almost like he needs some time with the U23s. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. I want the best for him, even though he kind of did us wrong when he was leaving. And kind of insulted us with the offers for Baines and Fellaini. But yeah, I don't know. I want him to do well. Get him to a mid-tier championship side. See what happens. Here's some more international break rumors because they're always so juicy right now, and they're a big batch of lies usually. Lies.
Uh,
Koeman has been connected with the Netherlands national team gig. All right? How would we feel if he leaves for that?
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest, because he has said in the past he'd like to manage the Netherlands, whether that would be after Barcelona or before Barcelona. But I feel like Netherlands would suit him well, probably suit to his style. His style would probably be best for then as well. I'd be a bit annoyed, but to be honest, if he left on mutual terms with Everton, like say now, and we got on a good manager, then I wouldn't be that bothered, because obviously there's the whole thing that says he's got the deadline till the end of October. So then if he went to the Netherlands job, fair play, that's fine. It sounds weird to say it, but I wouldn't mind seeing him there. I'd rather see him there than other places. What about you?
It's kind of like one of those preemptive breakups where it's like, I think you're going to break up with me, so I'm going to break up with you.
Yeah.
You know? Regardless, if this does happen, both parties are not happy right now. So it just depends. How patient is he? How determined is he to finish a job and to turn things around and to right what is really a wrong at this point? Okay? How much character does he have? I think if he leaves, there's a serious lack of character. Okay? Personally, I get something started, I want to work hard, and if I screw it up, I want to try to make it right. You know, and if they'll have me, I want to keep doing what I can. But if I've given it a long time, and if it seems like it's not good for either side, then it's almost like, okay, we've done our best, we've tried. But you know what, hun? We argue all the time. You know, I don't want to watch your TV shows. You don't want to watch football. Let's just call it. You know, so anyway, I don't want him to leave right now. But if he does, now's a great time. Let's get somebody in who can go ahead and start putting their stamp on the squad before the transfer window. You know? Anyway, all right. Next bit of juicy gossip. There are more rumors that if recalling Onyekuru does not work, if there are problems, then we are rumored to be interested in Leicester's Ahmed Musa. He's a pacey striker. Okay? How would he fit in?
First I've heard about that.
Really?
Yeah, really. That's the first I've heard about that.
Typically when things like this happen, it's one of three things. All right? Number one, people see that Musa's not playing very much at Leicester. They know we need a striker, and they're putting two and two together. All right? There's that. Or there's the Steve Walsh connection, knowing full well he was one of the reasons Musa went to Leicester in the first place. All right? Then it could be Musa's agent trying to engineer a move, trying to get him connected with a club that needs a striker, okay? Getting some buzz going, all right? I would believe all three of those. Or there's that one chance where it's true. It's weird because it doesn't really fit the bill of what we've been rumored to want, which is a target man.
He's a bit like another Sandro, isn't he?
I think he's a little faster. I think he's closer. I think he's a mixture between Nias and Sandro. I think he's a little quicker than Sandro, but maybe not quite as powerful as Nias. You know what I mean? But I think he's got more touch to him and more skill than Nias. I mean, didn't he score on us last year in one of the cups?
Twice.
Yeah. So, I mean...
We do tend to sign players that score against us, so...
Or at least play well against us.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't be against it because I do think he gives... And, it's more pace. But if we bring Onyekuru in, I don't see as much of a need for him because they're similar players. No. Another transfer rumor.
Who is it?
Rumors that Everton are also interested in Bas Dost. Okay? Big target man. He's enormous. But apparently would take 60 million euros to pry him away from Sporting. 60
Maybe
million.
not. Maybe
Yeah.
not.
The head of Sporting has come out and said, "Look, I'm only going to sell him for a crazy offer." And that's his exit clause. Okay?
Fair enough.
That's his buyout. So, he does technically fit the bill of what we're supposedly interested in, which is a target man, somebody who can, win some balls in the air and somebody who can hold up play. He can do it. Now, he's 28, but we were rumored to be buying Giroud, and he's older than that, right? And he is a proven goal scorer. He's scored pretty much, wherever he's been. But 60 million. Is that insane?
I don't know, is it?
In this market, is it ridiculous? I don't know. He's 28. And think about it. If we spend 28 or if we spend 60 million and he flops,
We're going to be pretty pissed.
yeah. That'd be a record signing, right? For a player that's not proven in the Premier League.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a great goal scorer. He's good, but I don't know. It's like your whole state with, like what you're saying with the lack of experience. Just we can't go for someone like that and spend that amount of money on unless we know they're gonna hit the ground running.
I think if you're going to get a target man, let's risk a little less. I know we've got new money, but we're not literally like swimming in it like Scrooge McDuck. We're doing better, but we're not stupid. I mean, it's 60 million for that. I think if we need a target man, I know he may not be as good of a player, but at least he's a target man. Jimenez at Benfica, he's all right. And Babacar at Fiorentina, supposedly.
Wouldn't mind him.
We threw a bid down for him too. I don't know that, and again, they're not proven, but it's about the same thing. They're big target guys, and they fit the bill, and they're half the price.
I'd like us to go after one that's in the Premier League. To be honest, some players I'd like to go for, personally, would be maybe Welbeck, possibly from Arsenal. Werner, I know he's inexperienced in the Premier League, but he's 22 years old, and he's got great amount of pace. He's actually pretty physical for being 5'11". So I think he could be really good. But there's no point in really saying what strikers we want to get in, why they're linked with us, until we get to the transfer window, because Koeman apparently has his job on the line, so there's really not much point in getting ahead of ourselves and wanting, because it's all down to whether Koeman's going to be still here or whether someone else is going to come in and think completely differently and want a load of wingers out, barely any number 10s, and a striker that's really quick.
That is the news, everybody. The news is finished. A nice, quick news segment. I like it. So if you're digging the videos, please subscribe, like, comment. It would be doing us a favor. And that way we know who you are. Also, check out Edward's channel. He's doing all kinds of videos, going the game vlogs, and a lot of FIFA stuff. He's got FIFA career mode going. And yeah, if you're into that, he's there. He's good about it. All right. I reckon that's it for the news.
That sounds good.
We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Adios.